Michael, you have a fascinating story about the kind of stress that people are under who get laid off and the long-term effects on their health. Give us a sense of how much of a trauma is it for someone who's laid off?
Right. I mean, when you think about job loss, when you talk to people about it, they compare it to other psychological trauma, like losing a family member, and so it is a major stressor, and there are studies, a growing body of research that connects it to serious health problems, heart attacks, strokes, diabetes, psychological problems, all kinds of stress-related issues.
On the one hand, it does seem intuitive that being laid off would be a stressful thing. On the other hand, what is it about being laid off exactly that affects people's health?
Right, so this is one of the really interesting areas of study that they really require more research on. They're focusing, though, on sort of the direct and indirect fallout from stress. So direct result could be, there are certain biochemical things that happen inside your body when you go through a stressful event that could trigger like a heart attack. But then there's also sort of these indirect things, like stress causes people to change their habits. So people could smoke more, people could drink more, and there are studies that tie, for example, smoking to job loss and other physical habits that could affect your health. And so they're looking at those areas. And there's also obviously the effect of loss of income, and what does that do to, for example, your access to health insurance and good health care and all these other things that you need to maintain your health.
Is there any advice for people who are laid off, ways that they might try to offset some of these effects and try to keep their health maintained at some even level? I mean, is there some tricks that people can learn?
Well, I mean, I don't get into that necessarily in the story. I mean, I guess it's kind of obvious that you need to pay attention to this. I mean, the heart of the story is about these steel workers who lost their jobs up in Buffalo, and several of them had heart attacks, and 2 of them were fatal. And the thought really didn't cross their minds. I mean, I talked to one guy who survived, and when he was having the heart attack, he thought he had pulled a muscle in his chest, and he was 42 years old, and he didn't think that this could be happening. Fortunately, I mean, they caught it, and he survived. But you just have to watch these things and
pay attention to what you're feeling.
Exactly,
yeah.
and I mean, and also probably you should watch out for certain habits, like in 2 of the cases, their surviving relatives told me that they had been drinking more and smoking more, and those are things that you need to watch as you're going through the trauma of unemployment.